Coffee, cinema, conversations. Like, share, subscribe.
Here's my next one. This movie came out in 2024.
That's again 2 years back.
Yeah, this movie is directed by Samjit and written again by Samjit and Praveen Vishwanath. It's a Malayalam movie called Golam.
I think you told me about this.
Yeah. So, talking about Golam. Okay, now this movie, I think Amazon picked it up, if I'm not wrong, right? So that kind of was a bit surprising thing because when I saw this movie, I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. I didn't even know such a movie released and all that, right? And 2024, as now we all, I think at least a lot of Malayalam movie fans and cinephiles so fondly remember as a year when a lot of good movies came out. It was surprising that, okay, how come a movie which isn't exactly like popular or a lot of people spoke about, I think it got streamed on Amazon, if I'm not wrong, I could be. Anyways, I saw that movie. Purely, I think this movie, a lot of people didn't know about it just because it wasn't promoted well enough. Okay, this is my belief. The movie, it's a investigative procedure movie. Basically, they show this office, all the people who work there. The movie starts with showing how they, come into work, they're getting ready, and all that. The manager or the owner of that company, it's Dilesh Potan, and something happens, and he is not answering his phone, he's not responding, whatever, and they go and check this his personal washroom which he has in this office, and they find him dead
In the washroom.
yeah. Then the rest of the movie is about figuring out what happened. Was there some kind of foul play, or did he die of natural causes and all that? So the hero of the movie, he is the police officer who comes in to investigate it. So beyond that, I'm not going to reveal so much of it because it is a suspense movie. But honestly, I really liked how they built that story. Okay, it started off little by little, and where a lot of so-called thriller movies which comes off, lately, which comes, we all get to see in like Malayalam or any other languages. They have this inherent need to have something so grand. It has to have something very quirky and weird and something like that. So I feel like because the focus is on that, a lot of times I feel like, those movies, they kind of slip away from the writing part of it. Okay? But this movie, when I'm watching that story and how it unfolds and, one after the other as it starts developing, it was very interesting. And I think what I liked about it is they kept that focus on the story. Right? They didn't go for like, oh, let's do a big reveal kind of a thing or something like that. No. Instead, what they did was they were developing it. Like, for me, at least from where I'm looking, in a very logical way, they're building it up. And interesting also. So, personally, I think, if I'm not wrong, when it did come out on online platforms and everything, a lot of people saw it, and even a lot of people started talking about that movie at that point.
I think the problem probably was because 2024 was such a big year for Malayalam cinema because there was Brahma Yugam, there was Manjumal Boys, there was Avesham. A lot of these, small films got ignored.
I genuinely, this is what I believe. See, you mentioned some good movies, right? Brahma Yugam, Avesham and all that. There were also movies in 2024 which got some serious box office success and recognition. Given that is what those movies got, I honestly believe Golam definitely deserved at least half of that. At the very least, I feel like personally. Again, because I never I've never seen this movie ever get released. I didn't hear anything, interviews, none of it, right? None of the promo. So I feel like maybe that's where they kind of messed up. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth a watch.